Okay, so you've made it this far. You've dodged traps, you've poisoned enemies, you've almost died 3 times. But here you are, standing in front of the Doormaker. And then, something feels off. Why is he invulnerable on the first turn? What are those? Why is it cycling? Why are your cards disappearing? Don't panic, I've got you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what each of those abilities does, and more importantly, how to play around them and walk out of that fight alive. I'm Tiger. Welcome to Tiger and Tigress Gaming. Let's break this down. So first things first, what even is the Doormaker doing differently now? Megacrit just released a major update, and in version 0.103.2, the Doormaker gets a complete rework. Now, the Doormaker doesn't alternate between the door and the Doormaker forms. Instead, during turn 1, the Doormaker is invulnerable. After that, it cycles through 3 different abilities, 1 per turn in rotation. Here's the quick overview before we dive into each one. Hunger, your cards get exhausted when played. Scrutiny, no drawing extra cards this turn. Grasp, each card you play costs 1 extra energy. Now, we're playing Silent at Ascension 5, so these all hit a little differently for us specifically. Let me walk you through each one. First up, Hunger. When Hunger is active, every single card you play this turn gets exhausted. That means it's gone and removed from your deck for the rest of the fight entirely. Now, that sounds terrifying, and honestly, it can be. But here's the thing beginners miss. Hunger is secretly a gift in disguise. Think about all those weak starter cards clogging up your deck. The strike that deals barely any damage, the defend that barely blocks anything. Normally, you'd need a specific card or relic to exhaust those. During Hunger, the Doormaker does it for you, for free. So when Hunger rolls around, be really deliberate about what you play. Ask yourself, is this a card I actually want in my deck long term? If the answer is no, play it, let it exhaust, and your deck gets leaner and meaner for the rest of the fight. What you do not want to do is accidentally exhaust your key cards, your core poison cards, your damage dealers. Hold those. Let the bad stuff go. Another thing to note is that your discarded Sly cards that still got played won't be exhausted, so use this to your advantage.
All right, next up, and this one is a little rough if you were playing the Silent like me in this video. Meet Scrutiny. When Scrutiny is active, you are locked to the hand you were dealt at the start of your turn. Any card that says draw a card, whether it's on the card text itself or triggered by a relic, simply does nothing. Now, the Silent is a class that loves drawing cards. A huge chunk of Silent's best cards, Acrobatics, Adrenaline, Calculated Gamble, these are powerful because they cycle through your deck quickly. During Scrutiny, those cards still work, they still deal damage or give block, but you lose all the extra value from the draw text. So your game plan here is to play the hand you have efficiently. Focus on your block cards to survive any incoming attack, your damage cards that work standalone like poison stacks or direct damage, and zero-cost cards that don't waste your energy. Don't burn your adrenaline here. Save them for turns when you can actually benefit from the draw. Scrutiny is about playing it safe and steady.
And then there's Grasp, and honestly, once you understand it, this is the one you'll find the most manageable. When Grasp is active, every card you play, you lose 1 energy. So in a way, a card that normally costs 1 energy now costs 2. A card that normally costs 2 now costs 3. If you're not careful, you'll burn through your energy after just 1 or 2 cards and be completely stuck. But, and this is the key insight, because your energy can never go negative, you can still play as many zero-cost cards as you want. Cards like Neutralized, Shiv, and Prepared, these are all zero-cost cards in the Silence kit. You can spam as many as you want. Most importantly, the Sly mechanic still triggers when you discard them. Okay, so now you know what each ability does, but how do you actually win the fight? Let's talk big picture strategy. The Doormaker cycles predictably. That's your biggest advantage. You always know what's coming next, so you can plan a turn ahead. Here are the 3 golden rules I live by in this fight. Rule 1, Think one turn ahead. If Scrutiny is up now, start thinking about what your grasp hand will look like. Set up your zero-cost cards for next turn. Rule 2. Prioritize survival over damage. The Doormaker hits hard. Don't get greedy trying to deal damage during a grasp turn if it means you can't block enough. Stay alive first. Rule 3. Passive damage is your best friend. If you are playing the Silent, stacking poison means the Doormaker takes damage every turn regardless of what ability is active. You don't need to swing big every turn if you've got a nice poison stack ticking away. If you are like me who isn't playing a poison build, then activating your Sly cards and having zero-cost attacks would be your main damage dealers. If this helped you, drop a like. It is free and seriously means the world, and helps the channel grow. And if you're still on your first Silent run, subscribe and stick around. Tigress and I have a full beginner's Silent guide dropping very soon. Subscribing is free, and you can always cancel it later if you want. I'm Tiger. Good luck out there, and remember, every run is a learning run. See you in the next one.